Fall begins in about 3 weeks, but the New Orleans heat and humidity ain't going nowhere. The metro area is under another heat advisory. Good morning, everyone. I'm Duke Carter, and thank you all for joining us for the weekend edition of the Eyewitness Morning News. We're going to start off our show with the weather. So we're going to head over to our local weather expert, Jay Gallet, who's filling in for Chris. Hey, Jay.
Duke, you're absolutely right. The heat, the humidity, not...
We begin with some breaking news. New Orleans police say a man is hurt following a shooting in the Marigny overnight. Take a look at this right here. It happened near North Rampart and Parker Streets, and surveillance video that was sent to us by a witness captured people that you see right now running away as several shots were fired. Right now, we are unsure of the motive or the shooter, but if you have any information that could help police, call Crime Stoppers. Overnight on the West Bank, a man was taken to the hospital after being shot in Algiers. It happened near Mansfield Avenue and Kent Drive around 11 o'clock last night. Right now, details are limited, but be sure to stay tuned to Eyewitness News for updates. And of course, we're going to have that information for you online as well. Well, people in JP, heads up. Officials there are warning about, get this, a fake, ladies and gentlemen, a fake Facebook account pretending to be them. Someone apparently made a fake Facebook Messenger account posing as Jefferson Parish. They're sending people requests for money. We're letting you know not to send anything because the parish says it will never send messages over Facebook for money. If you noticed any of these messages, report it immediately. Governor John Bel Edwards is making rounds across Louisiana to discuss how the State Workforce Commission and Goodwill aim to keep Louisiana citizens employed. Yesterday, Edwards stopped at the Goodwill Industries in Shreveport, and he says that partnership is key to success in the state.
So telling the story and making sure that people know that they can access help here at Goodwill is really important. So telling the story is a big part of that because we want people to take advantage of the opportunities that they're given here. That's why we work so hard at the state level to partner with Goodwill, not just here but around the state.
Goodwill has a 23 parish service territory here in the state, operating more than 36 janitorial and grounds maintenance contracts and 22 retail stores. Well, good news. The U.S. economy continues to add people to the workforce, and those people are finding jobs. But economic growth is slowing down. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
130,000.
The jobs number was boosted by 25,000 people being hired to work on the 2020 census. Those jobs will end next year. Well, Hurricane Dorian is making its way further out to sea, but it's left behind catastrophic damage. We take a closer look at the devastation plus relief efforts. Jay, how is it looking here? Hurricane Dorian is heading out to sea, but not before slamming into North Carolina's Outer Banks as it made landfall. Forecasters say it may skirt the coast of New England this weekend. Dorian made landfall Friday in the U.S. as a Category 1 hurricane. 90-mile-an-hour winds whipped into North Carolina's Outer Banks. Medics and other rescuers rushed to North Carolina's Ocracoke Island to help hundreds of people. Now, those people who defied a mandatory evacuation order, they were trapped. Many of them were in their homes. Dorian has drenched much of the eastern seaboard and brought strong gusts as it moved north and away from the coast. In the Bahamas, some areas were reduced to rubble.
I have nothing. I left without nothing. Abaco has always been my home.
What do you have left?
I don't have nothing but me and my kids.
The Prime Minister's office is saying the death toll has risen to at least 43 in the Bahamas. Hurricane and tropical storm warnings and watches are in effect as far as north as Canada throughout the weekend. The first truckload of food and medical supplies from New Orleans should be on its way to Bahamas. Paul Murphy reports.